Hey guys, this is Satya's Neural Lab. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Today, we're entering the world of business analysis with Python. Think of Python as your wizard's wand. With it, you can unlock insights hidden inside data, visualize trends, and from there, make better business decisions. Think of yourself as the modern day Merlin, or if you're in a fantasy, Harry Potter. Every business generates massive amounts of data. You've probably heard about it. Think of Facebook. They take your data, music, Apple Music, Spotify, take your data, use it to create your Spotify Wrap, your Apple Music replay. Same thing. Every business generates a lot of data, whether it be in sales, profit, customer behavior, inventory, transportation costs, anything. The problem isn't the lack of data, it's about making sense of the data. Because only when we make sense of it can we really improve the business needs. Python helps solve this problem because it automates repetitive tasks where if a human were to do it, it would take hours or it's physically impossible. Not physically impossible, it would just take multiple humans doing it for X amount of hours. As well, it cleans data way faster than we can, visualizes KPIs or key performance indicators, uses such things as ROI, and uncovers patterns that are impossible to see manually. It turns this chaos of data into clarity. You can figure out what are our best sales, what products do the best based off a season, or what sells the most, things like that. Python is used everywhere in business, like I said in last video, from sales analysis and to profitability tracking to forecasting trends. It's also used in customer segmentation, dashboard creation. All of these Python can do. There are other tools, like for dashboard, you have Power BI, Tableau, customer segmentations. You have Google Analytics, market trends forecasting. You can go to Yahoo, you can buy your own forecasting model, but so on and so forth. So, tools for the quest. So, once again, we'll need Python. We're going to still be using Jupyter Notebook. If you haven't already, download Python, download Jupyter Notebook. The way you do it, just search them up. They'll probably be the first things you see. You just select download. And for Python specifically, make sure to save it in your path. We're also going to be using Pandas for data analysis, Matplotlib, and Seaborn for visual analysis, visualization, I should say. So think of it as a Tableau, Power BI. It's the thing that makes the graph. Pandas is like Excel, where you can use it to create the CSV and you can manipulate data using it. And then from that data, we use Matplotlib and Seaborn to create the visualizations. So our mission today is very simple. We're going to explore a retail business, visualize its KPIs, identify problem areas, and propose real actionable solutions using Python. So Python is really the engine behind these insights. It takes the raw numbers, turns them into visuals, patterns, recommendations a lot faster than if you were to go to Excel, get all the data, download it. clean it all yourself, and then import it into Tableau or visualize it Tableau, Power BI, do all that by hand. Python can do it a lot faster than that. So enough theory. Now it's really time to get hands-on. Let's open Python, Jupyter Notebook specifically, explore the data, and start building that. So oh, now I'll go into YouTube. So first thing you want to do is get this retail sales. The way you go about doing that is you'll press this upload button, then download and get it from your CSV file. And I will actually give you the link, but I got this data from Open Database right here, and it's a free data marketplace. They have some premium features, have some free features, but this is what it is. Retail sales analytic data set, version 1. So yeah, back to Jupyter Notebook. Okay. So once you get your CSV file, that step we want to do is left click to get a new notebook. So don't mind this. I just have Anaconda installed too. But as for the rest of the stuff, first we need to import the core libraries we'll use. So that's Pandas once again, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. So import Pandas as PD, Matplotlib dot pyplot. We're going to specifically be using the pyplot functionality in Matplotlib, not everything from Matplotlib. And so Seaborn as a sentence. So after that, you're just gonna run that. Okay. Now it's run. Now let's load our retail sales data set. So first thing we want to do is give it a name. And for all purposes, we usually use df when we're talking about a file. So we'll do df equals pd dot read. So pandas dot read CSV. So from pandas, it's taking the function read CSV. Retail sales dot CSV. And you have to make sure that you kept it in your specific folder of wherever you're going to be doing this project. If not, there's other ways to get around it, but for this specific video, I'm not going to go ahead and do it. And first thing we want to do is look at the first few rows and header. Well, this one would specifically give us the headers. So we're just going to look at the headers of our CSV. So let's see. Okay. Yeah. So it does give us the first five rows, yes. Order ID, amount, profit, quantity, category, subcategory, payment mode, order date, customer name, state, city, year, month. Okay. So before we jump into the analysis, we still want to understand a little bit deeper of what data we're working with. This just tells us the columns we have, data types, and potential industries. Um, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get df info and df dot describe. So it gives us all the rows, data types, non-null values, and data types, and then the means, median, standard deviation, 25% quartile, 50% quartile, 75% quartile. So though this data looks perfect as of right now, real business data is probably usually never perfect. So we want to check for missing values and clean this data set. So I'm going to do this right. So, oh, and then what we'll do from here is we're gonna drop any of the null. Next, we're going to convert the order date column so Python understands it into data. So df order date equals. Okay, you see, it had a space right there, so we had to implement a space. Pretty simple stuff. We'll add month and year columns to analyze the trends over time. So the month was the instead of typing this out again, I will just copy paste this and change this to year, order date, and then with another cell. Now we'll calculate core business KPIs like total sales, total profit, total and total profit margins. So total sale equals So copy this, paste that, and then change it for profit. Make sure those are all correct. Profit right there. Do we have sales? So because we don't actually have sales, first thing we'll do here is we'll delete this whole section and we'll rename amount to sales. So df dot rename column goals out um, and comma in place equals true. No, forgot the closing parentheses. Okay. Next, now we can do our total sales. So total sales equals uh, the reason we did that is just because we want sales and profits. You didn't really have to change amount. You could have just done amount, total amount. But yeah, total. And then same thing. So let's just print those out. Got 2F just signifies two decimals. Copy that, paste it. So let's see what shows up. So let's check that. Profit. I got the DF. There we have it. Okay. Next, we want to create a profit margin. Going to pretty much go like this. Uh, profit margin. Divided by DF. And just for sake, let's print this. And done then profit margin. That's not gonna work, so we're just going to start with that. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to visualize it to make it obvious. So pretty much first thing we're going to do is we're going to do category by sales and then category by profits or sum. And then we're going to create the graphs. So first things first. Okay, we did that. Now sales by category and then electronic profit by category. So from there, now we want to understand how the business performs over time. So we're going to do monthly sales and we're going to do that. We're not doing monthly profit because I don't know. I mean, if you want, you can do it. It's not going to be anything much different. Okay, now that we have defined what monthly sales is, I'm going to put that in. Now, why not? We'll do monthly profit too. So we're just going to take that monthly profit root by month profit. And next thing, I'm going to copy this, paste it, and then monthly profit, profit, monthly profit check. monthly profits trend. So monthly profit trend. And there you have it. Now let's analyze which regions drive the most revenue and profit. So first thing we want to do is categorize sales and profits by region. So very much take this, go here, go there, region profit. Just gonna copy that there. Then all we have to change is group by region. Same thing here, region, and remember this one is going to be sales. Change that to sales. See, if we had region profit and region profit twice with two different equations, pretty much the second one would override the first one, and the first one would become redundant. It would not even exist. You're pretty much updating if you have the same thing twice. Uh, Okay, let's go back over here. We have okay, so I guess we don't have regions, so we're going to look at state because city is way too much. So this is why it's always a good idea to analyze your data with R. As I just took a template pretty much that I use for most of my data analysis. Let's redo that to city sales. Okay, now let's plot it. I'm going to make the sales by city. Hopefully, this doesn't give me a lot of cities. If so, we are going to look at states. I'm going to redo this for states. Yep, there's a bit too many. So, we're going to do state, 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 state. Of course, this should have been my first thought, and it was, but I really hope there weren't enough studies. Sales by state. So let's run this. Okay, now run that. Wait. State sales. You see that? Okay, sensitive. There we go. Okay, you see. California, Illinois, Florida, New York, Ohio, Texas. Okay, that's a lot better. Now let's just plot our graph of our profit. Why not? Profit. And then there's also other features in here. So PLT title is just one of them. You can do PLT x-axis to actually label the PLT x dot label to actually label them. We can do all sorts of stuff. These are just primary. Okay, we want the figure size to be 8 comma 5. You also have PLT color, all sorts of stuff like that. But here, these are just the basics. So let's look at it. Let's say most businesses have a low profit margin production. So we'll identify probably subcategories that hurt profitability. So what we're going to do is we're going to define a low margin. So that is just subcategory. We go to see how it's spelled. So the dash category. Case sensitive, case sensitive. There we go. And from here, we want to make this markdown. So I'm going to choose markdown. Let's just say dash business solution. I'm going to make up a business solution, not actually. So what we should do is we have some low profit margin subcategories. So we can review pricing strategy for low margin product, optimize, learn to make this there, and then just usually would have your name, done by date, those, whatnot. What else can we do? Optimize, fire, production costs. focus marketing on higher marketing category. We'll just run it. And there you have it. Uh, one thing we want to do, let's make this. So pretty much what we just did is exactly how Python is used in real business environments. We take the raw data, extract KPIs, visualize trends, and identify problems, propose actionable solutions. One thing that you probably will add would be like some sort of place where you actually show this. You wouldn't necessarily show what we're showing. You would either put it in a presentation format, create a web app or something that someone can open to see all your charts. And of course, before your charts, you would give your reason plain out simple because a lot of execs managers don't really want to look at charts. They want to know what are the solutions. But yeah, now back to here for a quick ending. So what we learned today, Python transforms raw data. You can use it to visualize KPIs, trends, all sorts of things. And it identifies problems. And from this, you can create proposed solutions. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'll be back next time. So thank you for listening.